If you're watching this video, chances are you've been told that overthinking is just who you are. That some people are naturally deep thinkers who analyze everything, and you just need to accept it. The self-help industry will sell you meditation apps, journaling prompts, and breathing exercises to manage your overthinking. And while those tools have their place, they're treating the symptom, not the cause. But here's what the Stoics discovered 2,000 years ago that modern psychology is only now catching up to. Overthinking isn't a personality flaw you need to fix. It's a mindset problem you need to shift. You don't need more tools to calm your racing mind. You need to fundamentally change how you relate to your thoughts, uncertainty, and control. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca weren't sitting around doing breathing exercises. They were restructuring their entire mental frameworks to achieve lasting peace. Here at Stoic Pathway, we've spent years studying and applying these ancient Stoic principles to modern life challenges. We've helped hundreds of thousands of viewers break free from anxiety, self-doubt, and yes, crippling overthinking, not through temporary fixes, but through permanent mindset transformations. The principles we share aren't theory. They're battle-tested wisdom that survived millennia because they actually work. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share 6 specific mindset shifts that will fundamentally change your relationship with overthinking. These aren't band-aid solutions. They're complete rewirings of how you process thoughts, uncertainty, and control. If this resonates with you, smash that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment telling me which mindset shift hits hardest for you. Let's begin. Mindset shift. Number 1, you stop trying to control outcomes and focus only on actions. This first shift is foundational. You must separate what you control from what you don't. Epictetus taught, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. Overthinking happens when you try to control outcomes, other people's reactions, future events, external circumstances. But outcomes are never fully in your control. The only thing you truly control is your actions right now. This mindset shift means redirecting all your mental energy from obsessing over results to perfecting your response. Here's how this works in real life. Imagine you're about to have a difficult conversation with your boss. The overthinker rehearses every possible response, predicts every reaction, tries to script the perfect outcome. This is exhausting and futile. Instead, focus only on what you control. Your preparation, your tone, your clarity, your professionalism. Let go of controlling how they'll respond. Prepare your points, deliver them honestly, then accept whatever unfolds. Try this practice today. Identify one situation you're overthinking. Write down what you actually control. Your effort, your honesty, your preparation, and what you don't. Their response, the timing, the outcome. Commit to acting on what you control and completely releasing what you don't. Notice how much lighter you feel when you stop carrying the weight of controlling the uncontrollable. This matters because 90% of your overthinking is focused on the 10% you can't control. When you realign your focus to what's actually in your power, overthinking loses its grip. You move from paralysis to action. But here's where it gets interesting. Even when you focus only on your actions, your mind will still generate endless thoughts trying to pull you back into worry. That's where the second mindset shift becomes critical, learning to treat those thoughts differently. Mindset shift number 2. You treat thoughts as signals, not commands. Here's a truth that will set you free. Just because you think something doesn't make it true, important, or worth acting on. Most overthinkers treat every thought as a command that requires immediate attention and response. What if I fail? Becomes a crisis to solve. What if they don't like me? Becomes a threat to neutralize. But Marcus Aurelius understood. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Your thoughts are merely signals, information passing through your consciousness. They're not orders you must obey. Here's the practice. When an anxious thought appears, don't fight it or believe it. Simply observe it. Label it. That's a worry thought. That's a catastrophizing thought. That's an insecurity signal. Then ask, is this thought useful right now? Does acting on it serve me? Most of the time, the answer is no. Example, you send a text and don't get a response for hours. The thought comes, they're ignoring me. They're angry. I did something wrong. The overthinker spirals, crafting apology messages, replaying conversations. Instead, treat it as a signal. My mind is creating a story to explain uncertainty. Acknowledge it, then return to what you control, your present moment. When they eventually respond with, sorry, I was in a meeting, you've saved yourself hours of unnecessary suffering. This shift is liberating because you realize your mind generates thousands of thoughts daily. Most are meaningless mental noise. When you stop obeying every anxious thought, you reclaim your mental freedom. But even with this awareness, you might think, I'll apply this shift once I have complete clarity about my situation. That's the trap. The third mindset shift reveals why waiting for perfect clarity keeps you stuck forever. Mindset shift number 3. You choose progress over perfect clarity. Overthinkers are clarity addicts. They believe they need to understand everything completely, predict every outcome, and eliminate all uncertainty before they can move forward. But here's the Stoic truth. Seneca taught, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. Perfect clarity is an illusion, a mirage that keeps you stuck in analysis paralysis forever. This mindset shift means accepting that you'll never have all the answers and moving forward anyway with the information you have. Here's how to practice this. Identify one decision you've been overthinking. Set a deadline. Give yourself 24 hours to gather reasonable information, then make the choice. Not the perfect choice, but a good enough choice based on what you know now. Understand that taking imperfect action teaches you more than endless planning ever will. Real example, I overthought starting this YouTube channel for 8 months. I researched equipment, studied algorithms, analyzed successful channels, waited for the perfect first video idea. Then I realized, clarity comes through action, not before it. I recorded my first video with mediocre equipment and imperfect scripting. It wasn't great, but it taught me more in one day than 8 months of research. Each video brought more clarity about what worked. Progress became my teacher. Try this. This week, take one small action on something you've been overthinking. Don't wait for certainty. Move with 70% of the information. You'll learn the remaining 30% by doing. This shift matters because waiting for perfect clarity is just sophisticated procrastination disguised as wisdom. Real growth happens in the messy middle of uncertainty. But speaking of uncertainty, most people spend their entire lives fighting it. The fourth shift reveals why accepting uncertainty is actually your path to peace. Mindset shift number 4. You accept uncertainty instead of resisting it. Here's what keeps you up at night. The desperate need to know how things will turn out. Will this relationship work? Will this career move pay off? What if I make the wrong choice? Overthinkers treat uncertainty like an enemy to defeat, a problem to solve. But Epictetus taught us, seek not that the things which happen should happen as you wish, but wish the things which happen to be as they are. Uncertainty isn't a flaw in the universe, it's the nature of existence. This mindset shift means making peace with not knowing and finding freedom in that acceptance. Practice this. When you catch yourself spiraling with what-if questions, pause and say, I don't know what will happen, and that's okay. Feel the discomfort of not knowing, then let it exist without trying to resolve it. Uncertainty doesn't require a solution, it requires acceptance. Real scenario, you're waiting for medical test results. The overthinker Googles symptoms, imagines worst-case scenarios, tries to prepare for every possibility. This doesn't make you more prepared. It makes you suffer twice. Once in imagination, once in reality, if it even happens. Instead, practice saying, I don't know the results yet. I'll handle whatever comes when it arrives. Sit with that uncertainty like you'd sit with weather. It simply is. Here's your exercise. Identify one uncertain situation this week. Instead of trying to eliminate the uncertainty through research, planning, or worry, simply acknowledge it. This is uncertain, and I'm okay with that. Notice how your nervous system calms when you stop fighting what you cannot change. Accepting uncertainty is liberating because you stop wasting energy on impossible tasks. But even with acceptance, your ego will fight back, insisting you need to be right, to win arguments, to prove your position. The fifth shift addresses this directly, and it's perhaps the most difficult one to master. Mindset shift number 5. You value inner peace over being right. This is where most overthinkers get stuck. They'd rather win the argument than keep their peace. You replay conversations, craft perfect comebacks, build elaborate cases for why you're right and they're wrong. But Marcus Aurelius asked the critical question: choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. Being right might satisfy your ego for a moment, but it costs you your tranquility. This mindset shift means recognizing that your peace is more valuable than any argument, any validation, any need to prove your point. Here's the practice. Next time someone disagrees with you or misunderstands you, ask yourself, would I rather be right or would I rather be at peace? Most situations don't require you to defend your position. You can simply let people be wrong about you. Real example. A family member once criticized a life decision I made. Old me would have spent hours explaining, justifying, proving my reasoning. I would have won the argument but lost my peace for days. Instead, I said, I appreciate your perspective. I've made my choice. She pushed back. I repeated calmly, I hear you. No defense, no justification. She was frustrated, but I was free. My inner peace remained intact because I didn't need her approval or agreement. Try this today. In one disagreement or misunderstanding, resist the urge to correct, explain, or defend. Simply acknowledge their perspective and move on. I see it differently, but that's okay. Notice the immediate relief when you stop carrying the burden of making everyone understand you. Your peace isn't negotiable. Protect it fiercely. This shift is powerful because most mental suffering comes from needing external validation. When you prioritize peace over being right, you become unshakable. But there's one final shift that ties everything together, and it's the ultimate antidote to overthinking. Trusting yourself completely when challenges actually arrive. Mindset shift. Number 6. You trust yourself to handle problems when they arrive. Here's the root of all overthinking. You don't trust yourself. You believe that if something unexpected happens, you'll crumble. So you try to predict every scenario, prepare for every possibility, rehearse every response. But Seneca taught us, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The truth is, you've handled every challenge life has thrown at you so far. You're still here. This mindset shift means building deep trust in your ability to handle whatever comes when it comes, not before, not in your imagination, when it actually arrives. Practice this. When you catch yourself catastrophizing about future problems, pause and ask, have I handled difficult situations before? The answer is always yes. Remind yourself, I don't need to solve this now. When and if this problem arrives, I'll have everything I need to handle it. Then return to the present moment. Real example. I used to lose sleep worrying about potential business failures. What if my channel stops growing? What if algorithms change? What if I run out of ideas? I was solving problems that didn't exist yet. Then I asked myself, have I navigated challenges before? Yes. When my initial content didn't perform, did I adapt? Yes. When obstacles appeared, did I find solutions? Every single time. So why was I wasting energy on imaginary future problems? Now, when worry comes, I remind myself, future me, with future information and resources, will handle future problems. Present me has enough to handle right now. Your practice. Write down one thing you're overthinking. Below it, list 3 past challenges you successfully navigated. Recognize the pattern. You've always figured it out. Trust that you will again. This final shift completes the transformation because it replaces fear with trust. When you truly believe you can handle what comes, overthinking loses its purpose. You're no longer rehearsing for disasters. You're living fully in this moment, the only one that actually exists. Conclusion. Here's what these 6 mindset shifts reveal. Overthinking was never about being too smart or too careful. It was about not trusting life, and more importantly, not trusting yourself. When you focus only on your actions, treat thoughts as signals, choose progress over clarity, accept uncertainty, value peace over being right, and trust yourself to handle what comes, you're not just thinking less, you're living more. You're present. You're free. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." That's what these shifts do. They bring you back from imaginary futures and replayed pasts into the only moment where life actually happens. Right now. And here's the beautiful paradox. The less you overthink, the better your decisions become. When your mind isn't clouded with anxiety and endless scenarios, your intuition speaks clearly. Your actions become decisive. Your peace becomes unshakable. I've lived both versions of life. The one where I was imprisoned by my thoughts, and the one where I'm free. The difference isn't that I have fewer problems or more certainty. The difference is that I've shifted how I relate to my mind, my thoughts, and uncertainty itself. These 6 shifts didn't eliminate challenges from my life. They eliminated the unnecessary suffering I was adding to them. Your assignment this week: choose one mindset shift and practice it deliberately for 7 days. Just one. Master it before moving to the next. Real transformation doesn't come from knowing all 6 shifts intellectually. It comes from embodying them through consistent practice. Start today. Start small. Start now. If this video helped you see overthinking differently, hit that like button and share it with someone who's trapped in their head. Subscribe to Stoic Pathway for more ancient wisdom applied to modern life. And drop a comment. Which mindset shift resonated most with you? I read every single one. Remember, your thoughts don't control you. You control them. Now go live like it.